കൊച്ചിലെ some of the sentences, expressions you heard about yourself. കൊച്ചുനാളിലൊക്കെ എന്തുവായിരുന്നു? There are words called life stoppers. നാം മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ശാപവാക്കുകൾ എന്ന് പറയും. Life inhibitors. For example, you are good for nothing. You will never improve in life. നീ ഒരു മണ്ടിയ. മറ്റവരെ നോക്ക. നീ മാത്രം എന്താ? നിന്നെ കൊണ്ടൊന്നിനും കൊള്ളത്തില്ല. നീ എന്തെടുത്താലും തെറ്റാണ്. These statements come from different people in childhood for many people. So that creates രണ്ട് response. ഒന്ന്, you believe it and become like that. ചിലർ അതിനോട് റിയാക്ഷൻ വന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ കാണിച്ചു തരാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് അപ്പുറത്തങ്ങ് പോകും. ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിള്, ഒരപ്പൻ എപ്പോഴും മോൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറയുമായിരുന്നു, യു ആർ എൻ ഇഡിയറ്റ്, യു വിൽ നെവർ മേക്ക് ലൈഫ്. മോൻ മനസ്സിൽ വെച്ചു, ഞാനിവനെ കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കും. ബിഗാൻ ടു വർക്ക് ഫോർ 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. ഭയങ്കര ബിസിനസ്. കല്യാണമൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞു, ഒരുപാട് കാൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ് after 10 years together they came for a divorce. കൗൺസിലിനെ കാണാം. The counselor asked, is he faithful to you? Yes. Does he provide for you? Yes. Does he love you? Yes. Then what's the problem? She said, he has no time for us. We will be sitting for supper. He will get a phone call. He will attend a phone call, 1 hour, 2 hours. We'll wait and then we'll have supper and go. It has been going on like this for 10 years. That's enough. I cannot continue like this. So he asked why you are doing this. Then he told his story. This is the reason I was working hard. So he asked, is your father satisfied or not? He said, my father is dead and gone 10 years back. Then why can't you stop it? I cannot stop it. നിർത്താൻ ഒക്കുന്നില്ല. Because it has become an addiction for him. Finally they divorced. So, 1 Corinthians 13:11.
When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways.
So when you become a woman, are you able to come out of that kind of thinking and hindrance? This all, 30 years ago, when training camp for missionaries training camp was going on, there was a girl here, 24, MPhil ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞൊരു. Her name is Smiley. But for the first few days, I have never seen her smiling. Then she came to talk. I'm the last child in the house. When I was born, my father left the house. And they all began to blame me for this. Tamil parayum, புரட்டாசியில் பிறந்த வீட்டை புரட்டிட்டு. She has never smiled till that period. നീയാണ് ഇതിന് കാരണം. നീ ജനിച്ചെന്ന് തൊട്ടാ പേടിക്കുന്നത്. She shared this. Next day, some skits had to be enacted. She was enacting Yemi. She enacted it so naturally, everyone sitting here began to weep. But that day onwards, her face was no more. A flower bloomed in the roll. Everybody called her Smiley, Smiley, Smiley. അതുപോലെ deliverance. 24 years of bondage, she came out. Recognized that she is accepted by God. That she is a child of the Most High God. Accepted the truth. The whole past was. She became an adult woman, mature woman. These kind of words, we receive it in various forms. Various forms. It may affect each one of us in different ways. I said that one person reacted it in the opposite way. They call it, this kind of sentences, death sentences are called life stoppers or injunctions. The other one is called counter injunctions. അതുപോലാകും. From childhood, one boy is called cheater, cheater, cheater. Jacob. What did he become? He became a cheater. But in Christ, what happens? You are delivered from this. Delivered from this. Salvation, the wider aspect of salvation is deliverance from all these things. So we appropriated the identity of child of God. We are, as an adult, responsible for our lives to come out of, when God has provided everything, to appropriate it and come out. Come into freedom. There was a doctor who was attending in Dehradun. She is an Egyptian, but went to the US. When we talk about God the Father, she will always draw back in her mind. She cannot accept God the Father. Her father was a very horrible man. He ill-treated them very badly when they were in Egypt. Finally left, then they had to migrate. When they went there, she studied and became a doctor, came here. So God the Father was connected to her father always. Accept it. One day she was sitting there. Some aspect of worship I was sharing. Some experience, clear experience of the Spirit of God in her. She realized who God the Father is. She began to sob and cry sitting there. For a few minutes she cried. Everybody was looking at why she is crying. I permitted her to cry. Then she said, now I understood the love of the Father. She wanted a true father And she found the Father, in God the Father. Years of bondage was released. So receive that freedom and forgiveness.